All right, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to the African Crypto Warlord Show. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope my last XRP analysis served you guys well. I think we pretty much nailed it with regards to our 24-hour Laplace distribution cone, and we'll see those results. I'll tell you when and where we started, but I will say this, for anyone that's new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. Jokes. If you are catching this for the first time, I will also break it down on the rest of my analysis. Is anything from like the 90-day to about the 3-day, I consider those like high-term time frames to very high-term time frames. Okay. So if you're an investor, maybe that's the time frame you'd be sitting at. If you're a trader, depending on how you trade, I would look at the 3 days results to like the 6-hour results, all right, for levels or anything like that. And if you're a scalper like myself, I technically would be wanting to scalp in the direction of whatever my daily is saying, all the way down to the 1 minute. So if the daily is saying up, then I know that there's going to be a bunch of lower highs to form on the 1 minute, okay, simply put. So just so you know where you categorize yourself, this is currently XRP on the 1 minute. So we'll get back here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually get the stream out as I was trying to get this camera to work. Okay, so we have a 1 minute cone. We have a 15-minute cone. So that would be like for weekend action, the 15-minute cone. Then we have a 24-hour cone, which is, you want to start paying attention to that thing. And then we have which one? Yeah, the 24-hour cone is the best one I've got. All right, so let's just start here. This is the 90 days, so the quarterly. What can we see? Obviously, big candle, what that would push everything up, okay? There's not too much data here on XRP, so I would say that this return oscillator, Alpha Trading Tools return oscillator, has broken outside of its outlier, okay, and is very much high. Here we have the DLP, same thing, triggering that it has met an outlier at these prices. I can't really put my finger on it on this higher term time frame, but if I was to say something, and this is like maybe a once a year per coin observation, is we've come up and pretty much tagged the last time the mean of my reverse wave 10D crossed through an orange line. So I know that there's always liquidity there. It's just quite rare to actually see a coin hit it, at least over the last 3 or 4 years that I've been dialing this in. So this is bull market, and that's sort of where the zone of liquidity is sitting, and or that's been triggered, and that's why we have an outlier, because someone's selling up here. Okay, I'm guessing quite a big amount because it did stop price action in its tracks when it got there. This is now the 45-day, which is also pretty cool. For the first time, we have volatility indicators showing up on XRP. So this is quite cool. Obviously, this one's a little bit shitty in the sense that, yes, there's a big candle, and yes, it's expanding, but at least the data set has now started to build for the rest of my life that I've been holding this, at least on the 45-day. You don't want to get on the wrong side of a 45-day trend, and that could be demarcated by these two quite easily if you don't have the direction of volatility, at least on the high term time frames. Okay, so here, that's the same one, 45-day, sorry, 21-day, let me get rid of that one. Okay, 21-day, this is my pride and joy. I do enjoy a good 21-day. What can we see? That 21-day formed a hidden bull div down here, off of this price action, bounced off of our ultimate power mean lines, and she's pretty much just been set to her races to the upside. Okay, power mean bands down here that you can see. If it closed outside of it, I'm sure this would have folded over, but the fact that it didn't helped that previous bull div that formed here to play through, because it's still a higher low from down here in this price action. Okay, now the 14-day. Now we can get on to some more actionable stuff. So the 21-day is saying up, the 14-day is saying up in a trend. 21-day doesn't have the trend oscillator. So 14-day is still technically saying up, but as you can see, we have the 21-day printing on Sunday. What? 1 day on Monday open, and we have the 14-day printing on Monday open. Okay, so there's going to be this is going to get quite violent on Monday, I'd say. XRP's price action, that's saying up, that's saying it's hit an outlier. I would naturally expect this thing to start creeping down on Sunday. All right, from here, I would expect it to start creeping down because we have 14-day opening, 21-day opening, more than likely the 7-day opening, 7-day as well. So we also then on our VREs, which I'll just quickly flash here as we get into the low-term time frames. I'll just put it here on this asset. As we start to get into low-term time frames, we're going to have these levels load on the left here. All right. But I'll get into this a bit later. So we'll have a new monthly load, we'll have a new weekly load, and we will have a new daily load with a 7-day, 14-day, and 21-day all printing at the same time. And there's going to be big magnets to the downside, in the sense that, yes, it's pumped, but for December, I'm looking at that monthly mean, and I'd like to grab it there. But we'll get to that in a bit. Okay. So 7-day and everyone's printing. Problem here, well, not problem here. It's just that the 7-day Laplace distribution cones were broken, and they broke it very, very well. If I was to look here, there's no opportunity anytime soon with regards to volatility hitting zero. So that's going to take at least another 5-6 weeks for volatility to stop expanding and start contracting. And when it starts to contract, you're going to expect smaller candles. So there's whole rules with that. It needs to contract whilst negatively correlated. Then it'll build more small candles to the upside. But if there's no flashes in volatility, I immediately start looking for these orange lines, which is down here, around about 48 cents. Just call it 49 cents. And this one's a little bit lower here at 42 cents. Okay, that's just on the 7-day. So 7-day cones have been broken. We can see RO here trying to cross down. We do get the print on Monday. Yeah, to keep this thing up, you would need about a candle triple the size. So it needs to be about $1.20 move in order to keep that from failing on this open on Monday for the new 7-day. You'd need a $1.20 move, so I'd put you at like a $3 move in a week to stop the bears, the algos trying to get it in. 5-day contracting, well, it's positively correlated, losing correlation, trend not so much. The 5-day closes this evening, so Sunday you'll have a new 5-day, and at this current posturing, it is technically wanting to say it wants to fade itself down. I would just guess the top of this wick here at about $1.63, but I would need to see this PC pick up a little bit more and this thing start to fail its trend. All right, but here at least the returns are saying they're getting squeezed, even though there are big candles, but they are getting squeezed, and you're looking for a doji more than likely if this was to play through. So down to $1.41 if the rest of everything can follow for the bears. All right, 3-day, a little bit hard here to pull out a good signal, but you'll see the 24-hour cone, beautiful cone. Okay, contracting was positively correlated. That's going to prevent that 5-day from falling over here, this 3-day with its positive drift, and that thing will also have to print a new one on Monday. So we have a 3-day, a 7-day, 14-day, and a 21-day. So that's 4 indicators of my set, all printing new on Monday. Okay, not so gravy. Not so gravy. I think that there might be a nice little bleed to happen sometime soon. Okay, so this is 24-hour cone. Let me just turn these VRE levels off. All right. I think our last analysis was November, October, somewhere in here, and we just said if it holds above this this Laplace distribution cone's mean, we know that it goes from blue to blue. All right, this is actually extended way beyond what I would have guessed. I would have guessed, because it's touched here just below this blue, I would have expected XRP to start at least putting in a short or start slowing down dramatically at $1.55. but we've bumped completely to the other side. So now we're above here, and just to keep it simple, this, at least on this coin with no skew, if I see failures below $1, let's just say $1.75, I look for immediate $1.30 to 85 cents. Furthermore, if I see that it's trying to hold above $1.91, I can see that it's going to try push for $2.18. But now that becomes a little bit tricky because this is a huge outlier on the coin, and there's like a 1% chance of that happening. But I mean, it did get all the way up here, okay? And if it does break through here, then I know my model is broken. So I know it can get there because it is crypto, but I'd put that down to a 1.5% chance of happening. And now we're going to measure the left-hand side of this 24-hour cone. I'll do it here for this one as well, so that we can see if there's anything else that we've maybe missed. As now that I'm not stressed, ultimate power mean off. Let's see where its best target should have been. Load. Okay, that makes sense. I try to hit this blue down here, so that's second blue, and there you go. So it's about in the same place. If you were to look for wick in the bottom right, so they front ran it here on this cone, okay, and it just didn't hit. And in this case here, oh, this is dirty XRP. In this case here, it also just didn't hit. It was maybe a 10-cent move. So it's like 11% away, given that this thing's been pushing so hard. But now we can match up these cones, so I don't have extra leg room. And that gets us, again, just below here. So that puts me into like the 0.75% chance that it can actually break through. So for me personally, I'd say XRP's range is currently between, so this 124-hour, is currently between $1.72 all the way up to $2 and just call it 4 cents, 4.70, $2.05. I'm not even going to get into those increments. So $2.05 to $1.73 by the time it gets there. So this is its range that it needs to break out of. And we're at the mean here, so we're pretty much in the middle of the data here. If we start failing here at $1.85, I would look for a pullback into $1.73. If it was to hold this $1.85, I would look for another push into $2.05. But after that, I don't get much more excited about XRP, as I would like to see it come down and try and hold above either one of these blue lines on the left here, right? So initial pullback, if it does hit this blue up here, I would like to see it try hold a bullish posturing above $1.51. Furthermore, if it does slide there, which will be all right, it's at a $1.27. Just call it $1.28 by the time it gets it. Yeah, $1.28. Okay, those are the two regions I would like a bounce, given, yes, XRP is looking very bullish, but for a very long-term structure, given this is a big cone, so for like 45 days or more, if Bitcoin holds above 84 cents, 56 on the left here, and $1 on the right here, so that's quite a big move. That's a 20% move. So we'll just keep the lower one, so that if it can hold above 85 cents for, let's just say, a whole year, all right, I could even do it in 1 minute and then just carry on pushing to the upside. But if it can hold above those targets, then this thing's very bullish. But I would like, personally, I would like for a retest here. And then no, like, okay, shit, it's holding above the pink lines. I'm going to be late. I'm going to be very late on this. Okay, like if it gets bullish here, obviously I would like a pullback first to know that this thing, now you can go run. Now you can break this cone and shit's hitting the fan to the upside, all right? So I would like another touchdown in these regions here at $1 and $1.85 and 85 cents. So $1, and then the next target is 85 cents, okay? Holds above there, Yeah, people can make as much fun of XRP as they want. This thing's gonna be put on a catapult and sent to the fucking moon. Okay, so yes, I may have gotten out a little bit too soon. Not all of it, but I did have like a 2-week scalp, 3-week scalp going. I may have got out of it trying to catch and trying to scalp again when my accounts got unfrozen. But yeah, I'm not too stressed about this right now. I would start to stress as soon as it gets into this $2.60 region. Then I'm like, fuck, is this thing really going to push through? But currently, I know there's $2 in the book somewhere up here, and I would expect it to hit that and start to cool off, or from here to start to cool off and try base itself off of $1.50. Okay, so this 24-hour cone is pretty much bang on. Quite a beautiful thing. Okay, now let's talk more actionable shit, maybe for the weekend, to see if anything's gonna fold into Monday's continuation. I'm guessing continuation to the downside. This can change very quickly, given XRP is quite volatile. But yeah, I'm looking for a $1.73-ish XRP for Monday. And then I think Monday is going to be a very deciding day. Okay, yes, those are going up. Let me see this direction of volatility. It is in pump mode, but it's losing its trend here on the 24-hour. All right, I would say it could have its trend if it closes above, like the trend on Sunday would carry on. If today in the next 9 hours could close above $1.91, then that will throw over our entropy and will allow this mean reversion to push through quite nicely. So I'm guessing a little bit of consolidation, maybe this weekend here. Just chop everyone up that's trading. Okay, 12-hour is trying to stay down. It's in 50-50 with the volatility mode. It has lost its trend up here on the 12-hour. 50-50. Let's see if the 6-hour is with that or countering that. 6-hour, sorry, these should all be off. 6-hour is in negative drift, so I would expect this to push back down. Here is a daily untouched VRE magnet at $1.71. So it's about 2 cents lower than that $1.73 that I was saying. Furthermore, we get here, so we go back to the 24-hour cone. Furthermore, we do get to $1.70. Put it here, and I'll put it on this one as well. See if there's anything matching up. They are it's a bit dirty. All right, so we have got an untouched weekly. No, that's not the untouched weekly. It's this one here. We have got an untouched weekly down here at 96 cents. Okay, and as you can see, that's where that pink line is initially. It can get a bit dirty and push down into that 85-cent region. Oh, this is actually looking quite nice. The pink and the blues are matching up. All right, on this left screen to the right screen. So I would actually be looking for some XRP action down in this region here. 96 cents to 85 cents. We'll make it tidy. 95 cents to 80, yeah, just call it 85 cents. So I think this is there's someone maybe trying to pull liquidity here. I'm definitely going to put my orders in down there. Yeah, it's a game of snake. So if it does get a little bit hairbreak up here, that's the pullback I'm looking for. That's a weekly untouched. We're going to have a monthly print as well now in the next 2 or 3 days. And I'm judging because it's pretty much gone from 50 cents to about $2 here. We're going to just half that difference, and you're looking at about like 75 cents. Okay. Wait. There. You're looking at about 85 cents. So that puts us in this region again. All right. This 95 to 85 cent region for December. I would buy there, as I said, and it would be a nice bounce for me. I have numbers that I actually always have to hold, and I've been a very dirty boy buying NFTs. And I haven't been holding that exact number that I always like to have in my accounts for XRP. Anyway, so 12 hours pushing down. I've got to wait for some more confirmation there. 6-hour is looking for a mean reversion to the downside with negative drift. Initial target is at 172. Then if it starts to break here today at 172, by Sunday or Monday, XRP could be down at $1.50. Okay, these are untouched daily targets. It takes a lot of work to keep a coin up above 2 untouched daily VREs. So I'm happy with saying at least one of these are going to be tagged by the end of next week, by this time next week, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll go back to the 24-hour cone and I'll see, oh, it hold above the blue. Okay, well then it's going to go try push for, so it hold above $1.75, then it's going to go try push for $2.05. Okay. Okay, 6 hours down. What's that 3 hours saying? 50-50, it was in a negative drift. There's a whole bunch of hidden bull coming in here. It might want to refill back up into about this 87-cent region if it's strong enough to, it might want to retest somewhere in here at $1.90. Obviously, these are big moves. Okay, 90 minutes. What have we got here? We're moving into positive drift. Okay, so the 3 hour, so for the 6 hour and the 12 hour to carry on dumping, price would need to close under $1.85 to keep those pushing down. But the 3 hour, the 90 minute is saying if it can hold above $1.85, this can push back up into $1.90. Okay, 45 minute, similar thing is an expansion mode. So this is getting quite tweaked out here. Let me just turn some of those reverse wave tendencies off. This is getting quite wicky here, especially for Binance. It's about the biggest place you can trade XRP. Getting brutalized here with these wicks. So a lot of noise coming in. In expansion mode, no trend as of yet. There is a doji here. If it does catch a trend, I'd want it to hold above $1.86. And then it can push back into this daily. Furthermore, if it was to get the legs up into this $1.95 region, let me say any failures below $1.86 on the 45 minute at this bottoming structure here, I would look for like a hidden bear on a higher term time frame. Let's go to the 15 minute. So 15 minute has been quite a good go. So unfortunately, it's broken out of the cones as you can see on the left. But if there's no 15 minute print, what can I say? I'll just take it from the top side of this coin. This is like how I do it. Don't ask why it has. It will take it from where it broke out there. So that's a 12, that's a 13% move here. And then minus 13. Obviously, there'll be ways to do this more specifically, but if there's no flashes on the VRE cones, I would be expecting, make this big, at least on this left-hand side cone, I would be expecting an XRP around about $1.15. All right, but now this is a little bit out of the work here, what I'm saying. It's very rare that you're gonna not get all these flashes. All right, like they come quite often. But yeah, so if there's no flashes and volatility, then I would be looking for a $1.15 XRP, which is round about that 95-cent region that we're talking about, like half price here. Okay, this is your last saving grace for XRP, and as soon as this thing starts to break back inside this cone, it's fucked. Game over. So a new 15-minute printed, this thing fucking just went balls to the walls. It went full send. Okay, very rare signal actually for crypto. Opened up, it'll be behind my face. Opened up, and she just got absolutely demolished. She demolished the bears. But as you can see, this top side of the cone has been playing quite an interesting factor with regards to XRP. So the moment this thing gives up, man, initially I'll be looking for $1.63, and that's starting to move in a positive skew, okay, on this 15-minute. So I'd look for a saving grace bounce at about maybe $1.80, and now we start coming back into that $1.72, 73 region. So this region is speaking quite nicely to me. I'm seeing a lot of confluence on these other high-term time frames, and we play the same rule. So it broke out a side of this side of the cone. Down here would be a $1.38. And I'll do that same thing here. It's just going to throw up all those lines. Sorry. All right. The model was broken by 8% there. And I know that it will be broken by 8% here if it gets down here. 8%. Just call it roughly $1.30. So both coins are matching up in the same place with regards to the downside. Whew, okay. Then, I don't know, for shits and giggles, as this starts to roll through, let's just watch that volatility. Yeah, negative drift. Yeah, so I think this might be the game over for the XRP for today. Last bounce is somewhere down here in the region of the cone. So I'm guessing this starts to turn a bit bearish today. Initial target is $1.71. All right, on Binance. I'll do this. This is quite a nice thing. This is alpha trading tools like at its finest. Okay. This was wild. Anyway, this is the weekly VRE. All right, like if shit hits the fan from now until Sunday, fuck, $1.30, 40 cents. Okay, but so this is the mean. That's one standard deviation. That's two. Have we got that right? I think this is the highest one. So this is 3 standard deviations off the weekly. I forget what the percentages are, but I'm guessing it's something like a 30% chance that the weekly doesn't close outside of this red line. And as you can see, it came up and it fucking put in the work. Someone was sitting here, has more than likely a similar tool, and just smashed it. Said, get the fuck out, thank you. Okay, so as it starts to fall, it's more than likely trying to fall back down to this blue line here within the weekly range, even though we only have like 36 hours left of it. And that's at $1.69. Okay, I'm not seeing too much comfortableness in this range here. Yeah, not seeing too much comfortableness in that range here. Only saving grace could be this cone. All right, you hold above this cone, you're going to push back up into that VRE level. Start failing this cone on the 15-minute, and you're going to push at least back down into $1.79. But furthermore, we're looking for somewhere here, $1.72, $1.71. Okay. If XRP is going up at the time you've seen this, and it's in a choppy sideways structure, you'll know that it's holding this cone to the upside. And I don't think that is actually too viable anymore. All right, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I know that it can go to $2.05. Let's go look at this 1 minute candle. This is where we started it off at. Ultimate power mean putting in the work. Bounce to this side of the cone. See, this is a good example. All right. Doesn't matter what I'm trading. It's just the law. It's just laws. To me, it's laws. XRP opened up, hit the top side of the cone. What does it want to do next? If it's hit one side of the cone, it immediately wants to try its best to go hit the other side of the cone. And as you can see here, it hit the top side there, even though it could have been a 1% move and this being a 10% move. It still came down and touched the other side of the cone. Now it's doubled down, trying to get back up into this mean. Did it get it? It's going to try get this mean. Okay. Here will be a cool one. Any failures below 185, this is on the 1 minute. Any failures below 185, I don't see it trying to push into $1.89. Any closes above $1.85, I know its initial target is $1.89. Furthermore, all the way back up to the top side of this cone until I'll put this target here actually at $1.95 until there's a new flash in volatility. It's volatility, it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Okay, so that will be at least your range on the 1 minute. That could maybe help you if you have some indicators and tools within this range. So I'd be targeting either here at $1.80 for a bounce, back up into, just call it the mean, here at $1.89. If it can hold this blue line, it will want to go to this blue line at $1.92. Okay. If you guys found this information helpful, please do like and subscribe. If you guys would like access to these tools, the free package, so it's not all of these tools. If you guys would like access to these tools, you'll see the Discord link below. It's called Alpha Trading Tools. And yeah, we have some free tools there to help you read the direction of volatility. You have a volatility indicator, maybe like 1 or 2 direction indicators, and a Pearson correlation. So you can learn some new rules. Okay, much power. Stay fucking wow. What's our 15-minute cone saying? It's a make or break for XRP here. So I'll just say keep it tidy so you can see how the 1 minute works. Above 185, she wants to push up. Below 185, she wants to push down. Simply put. Okay. I am expecting this target to be hit. It might not be today. I'm guessing it might be today. But I'm sure it's going to be hit by December 10th. Even if this thing rampages up, I do believe that there's too many untouched targets to the downside for XRP not to go there. I should be scalping this because the market is looking quite inefficient here. And these are some good moves. I might practice scalp with a couple dollars on MEX. I think MEX still has free XRP trading. And these are good moves. So I'm going to see if it gets a little bit easier, because if it is easier, I can use a small account and build it up so nicely. Like these are 0.5% moves in like 3 minutes. I think I might actually get on that case after this video. So you might catch me on the charts trading XRP. I'll do it with like maybe $50 or so. And if I feel comfortable and I'm getting good at it and I'm hopefully doing about 3 or 4% in the day, then I'll wind it up to 500. And then I'll see how I can do with that, if I'm attracting liquidity or not. And I might round it up to 3 grand. We'll just see how well I do with that little $50 today. Okay. Much power. Stay fucking well. African Crypto Warlord out.